Alright. The stream is up. Yo. What's up? I don't know if anyone's fucking here. I don't know if anyone expected me to stream. Probably not gonna be streaming for that long. Because I'm gonna go eat in a bit. But yeah, I didn't stream. I think the past 2 weeks I didn't stream. And then the last stream was 3 weeks ago. So it's been quite a while. Yeah, I've been occupied with things. So yeah, again, I'm thinking I'm gonna stream like an hour and a half maybe, but how have you been, Mr. Hydra? There was actually if you look at the Discord, I like saw this. I was just about to go stream because I saw this. It's like, pretend this is a betting market. Do you think Garbo will stream today? And there was 14 no's. So here's to the believers, I guess. There were some believers. But yeah, I was playing some TL earlier. I want to get back into TL, especially because I want to see if I can like end the season top 100. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. Now, granted, I'm a bit of a long shot away from it. I'm at 199, but I've been grinding supercharged. I've been getting my all spins up because my all spins are like really not good. Like, I'll play some supercharged right now, but I won't be taking it that seriously because I would like to read chat. Hello, Neutral and Dingo. The problem is, dude, I still kind of suck at supercharged in the sense that, like, specifically for the supercharged achievement, I do too many T-spins still, right? Because, like, optimally, you just don't do T-spins. You, like, only do minis, right? So, like, oh shit, that was a misdrop. That was not intentional. Puts all spins in the game, can't all spin? Well, I mean, like, I certainly don't put things in the game based on, like, what would benefit me, right? I think if you look back at, like, you could probably find really old tweets, from me that are saying, like, all spin is going to be a thing in the game, in Tetris at some point. Even before I was, like, a Tetrio dev, I was saying that, like, all spin was gonna exist in some capacity in the future. That was just a prediction. I ended up making my own prediction happen myself, but at the time, like, there's no way I could have predicted that I would be the one to do it, right? But yeah, I've always thought it would exist in some capacity. Now, you might be wondering, okay then Garbo, smart guy, why did you not future-proof yourself? That I have no response to. It's like someone being like, in the future, everyone will be replaced by AI, and then they just, like, don't adapt to anything at all. And they just let themselves get fucked over. Okay, well, this is not it. That's not what it should be. Yo, what's up, Vince? I saw you were in that VC, because actually, it's funny. One of my friends, I was like just chilling, right? And one of my friends is, she's like, Garbo, Tina Kitten is playing Tetrio, and I'm not gonna lie, I do not know who the fuck Tina Kitten is. I think maybe I recognize that name slightly from, like, back during the Among Us craze, right? But I really don't keep up with the sort of, like, streamer culture that much, right? So, anyways, I look, and it's, like, this big streamer playing Tetrio. And she needed to, like, to claim a username, and so I was like, okay, I can help. My internet went down like immediately after I went to help, but we eventually got it sorted out. So yeah, Vince was in the like Tetrio Discord VC when she was trying to get that sorted out. More big, oh, okay, I need to reset. more big streamers playing this game would be like huge, because XQC already like already had like a really big influence on like getting a lot of players into the game. So I think that like, especially post redesign, when the game's like very like, it looks a lot more presentable and like we have things more polished, I would love to just like go on a like sort of like try and get a lot of streamers to play it, right? Especially now that I'm like a bit more connected as a person, right? Like I could probably try and make something happen. So yeah, that'll be cool when we get that. Especially, I say redesign, but maybe not even redesign. I think like, at least in my head, it's always been like the kind of thing where, if I want to, like, let's say even go as far as to sponsor a streamer, right? Then I would want to have custom rooms be good by then. So that could mean like Teams mode or the other sort of custom room reworks that I've been wanting to do for a while, like such as like handicaps, right? Such as like dynamic handicapping. For those of you who like have remember me talking about that. Basically like a game that can auto balance skill differences. So that like people of different skill can play without it being a complete blowout. The way that I kind of envision it working, and this isn't something that's actually even designed, so I'm literally only talking about future plans here. Don't get me wrong, but the way I imagine it, it can be something similar to like GTA bounties, or like what's it, like the like stars in not bounties, but like the stars in like GTA, where like it's also kind of like you can see like how handicapped you are, and then it could even be like potentially a fun challenge to try and like reach the highest handicap as you can, right, versus your opponents as you like gain increasing debuffs, that kind of thing. So yeah, like when we actually do have that infrastructure built out, I would love to like, yeah, try and get a lot of streamers in on it. Now, for those of you who are astute in the audience, you might, okay, I don't know what the fuck I'm stacking, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just talking. For those of you who are thinking in the audience, you might be thinking, hey Garbo, so what are you gonna do to get all these streamers, alright? And so I know like more people already, right? But even then, it's like not as much as I would want. So there's obviously sponsorships, but sponsorships they're like pretty expensive, especially if you're going by like the like big streamers rates. Like that sounds like kind of a waste of money, unless it can be like very, very effective, unless we're monetizing Tetra really well, right? And so the answer is, drumroll please, social climbing. So yeah, that arc may happen at some point. We'll see. It's not a Garbo stream without marketing and business talk. True. It feels like I haven't talked about it enough. I used to be like on board on that shit all the time. I used to talk about marketing. Less so recently. It's like a lot more about development. Okay, dude, I need to. Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, back in the day, Garbocan guerrilla marketing used to go crazy. Those who know. Oh shit. Yeah. While I was just going to watch Tina Kitten and she was streaming Tetrio. Yeah, one of my friends, like, I was just mentioning this earlier. One of my friends, she was like a fan of Tina Kitten, and she's like, wait, Tina Kitten's playing Tetrio, Tina Kitten's playing your game, and I'm like, what? Who is Tina Kitten? As I look, and there's a big streamer playing the game. What do you mean who's Tina Kitten? Okay, like I'm not tapped into the streamer culture. Like what's it? The only place I was like I saw her and I'm like, oh wait, I heard her voice and I'm like, oh wait, is that the like person from back when like Among Us was like getting really popular? Back in like early pandemic days. I think I recognized her from that, but the name like didn't immediately ring a bell for me. Oh my god. Dude. What if I just go straight into TL now? What if I just say fuck it, I'm playing TL. Alright, I'm playing TL. No more of this shit. I'm playing. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, TL. There we go. Disguised Toast Among Us. Yeah. Where you just like spam upload like 200 IQ, 300 IQ. Yeah, let's see. Can you get Emiru on? Let's see. Who do I know that knows Emiru? I'm trying to think. Probably somebody. I wonder if I could like find her Discord and then like look at mutual friends. XQC quick play instant. Yeah, he got hard stuck floor too. Yeah, but how would debuffs work if there's more than 2 players? I mean, it's just off of like performance in the lobby, right? So, you'd have to take the overall skill of the lobby. So, between lobbies, it's the kind of thing that like you would need to have players play for like a set period of time, right? The system requires a lot of design work, because you can't just have it be like at the end of every game the winner gets a debuff, right? Because then it might take like 20 wins for someone to reach the appropriate amount. So there would need to be some kind of like way to detect the overall skill of the lobby, which can be done, right? Now the question is like the accuracy of it, and then the accuracy of it, and just like how smooth it feels, right? Like, does it feel janky? Because I feel like debuffs have to come in at like reasonable times too. They can't just be sprung up on you, especially if you want to do things other than like receive more lines. Let's see. Would you still consider Tetra a small game? And if yes, what point is it a big game? So I don't think it's a small game per se. It's like a medium-sized game, except it's kind of like, the way I see games is like, let's take like the middle class, for example, right? And it's like, for someone to be middle class and for someone to be upper class, like there's a very big gap between them, even though they're like supposedly two like steps on the ladder, right? So to go from like a middle-sized game to a big game is like a very, very big step. Decently sized game with not that much content creation. Yeah. I mean, I think that the content creation for Tetris, like, I think that the way that I would want to solve that is by having more content, right? That's kind of what I want to do. Obviously, with redesigning the pipeline, it's not gonna happen until that's done, right? But I would like to like increase the level of activity later to the point where that can happen. All right, GLHF. I will hopefully have a project done by the end of the year. Are you grinding personal projects? Is that what's going on? Okay, let's see. on my dead YouTube channel will have a video. I see. I think I'm subscribed to you. I probably am. If I've ever watched one of your videos at least once, I would have been subscribed to you. Alright. Yo, ending on a all clear, winning the game off of all clear in the big season 2. It's huge. For competitive games, the things that, or let's see, the content that gets people engaged the most are the best players. That is true, right? But I don't think it necessarily has to be. Like, I don't want to continue adding content that's, like, specifically high-level skewed. So, in general, any, like, season changes are going to be top player skewed, right? Because those are going to be the players the most influenced by the, like, ranked rule set changing. But aside from that, like, I wouldn't consider quick play something that's like a top player skew, or even that well, no, that's a lie. It's pretty competitive, right, in terms of how it's framed. But I think like content that is of a even more casual skew, that has sort of that has ways to play it competitively too, is my goal. Also, I saw the transcript, because YouTube does those little transcripts on, like, videos and, by extension, streams. And there's so many ums in there, I, like, actually was mortified at how many times I was, like, using the word as filler. I thought I had gotten better at it, and maybe for a time I did, but I've gotten rusty. Like, I need to lock in on the streaming thing again, man. This shit is bad. It's terminal. And I don't consider myself bad at talking, right? Like, I think the content of what I'm saying is fine, and, like, the getting to topics and such. Maybe the last time I streamed, I rambled a little bit too much on, on being social, and how it's, like, actually not that hard. I went a little too hard on the, like, shy crowd. But yeah, I don't think my talking skills and like being interesting while talking is necessarily bad, but I'm definitely overusing the fillers. So I'm going to be making a conscious effort this stream to avoid them, even if I have to pause, because my speaking needs to be smoother, or I will not be able to live with myself. I, like, won't be able to look myself in the eye in the morning. Oh, that's bad. What rank is this person? Garbo filler stream. As in, like, a filler episode? That makes it sound really bad. Guys, this stream is of substance, I promise. I need to, like, quickly advance the plot, so I beat the filler allegations. Being eloquent is hard. I mean, yes, but it's probably not that hard if I'm, like, paying attention to it. I think, like, if I lock in, I probably can be eloquent, be like a decent amount of eloquent in probably like a month or so, I would say. That does mean I have to like be regular on the streaming too, but I don't think that's that big of an issue. So, it's not that being eloquent is hard, but like, just the single aspect of it, the single component of being eloquent, of not using filler words, I don't think is like a monumental hurdle. I think there are other parts of speaking that are way harder than being not using fillers. Dude, I keep using fillers, man. I'm using fillers while saying that it's not that hard. And I'm getting cheesed. Okay. Wow. Wow, I'm bad. Okay. Let's go. Okay. That should kill, right? Okay, nice. It's a good combo. That was like probably one of the best things I've done in a long time, I'm not gonna lie. Gotta update the game to get out of filler? Is that how you guys see this? Whenever there's no updates, any Garbo stream is filler. You know what? I guess it's true. We're having a long filler arc until a redesign. This is like the fucking Garbocan Beach episode. Does streaming count as procrastination then? No, I wouldn't say so. It's like, when there's a filler episode, I feel like you're not actually calling that procrastination. It's more like working with what you have, you know what I mean? Garbo Hot Springs episode, imagine. Is that something you like to imagine? That's what you want. Is there an ETA for Season 3? Unfortunately not that I can share. The second I say anything about it, it's like cooked. So like, while I have some kind of rough idea of the timeline, the second I say any words about it publicly, like, I am fucked. I forsake the entire development team by speaking, so I will not speak. Hello, Fortism 2. How have you been? Any updates in the One Key Finesse world? When is Season 3, guys? Okay, big. What rank were they? Oh, 196! They were actually the same as me. Why did that feel so easy? Like... yeah, why did that match seem... you know, I guess I'm the GOAT. I'm gonna immediately lose my next game. Just watch. Color clear bonus when? So the problem with color clear bonus as like a permanent mechanic is that it's a little bit... how do I put it? It's like a little bit too convoluted, I guess. I think that it's good in niche cases, like a revive prompt, because it forces you to, like, do something. But I think if everyone were forced to constantly be calculating their, like, surface parity or whatever, it's probably not that fun when it comes down to it. And also, there's the fact that it would take a very, very long time for the player base to get accustomed to it. And thus, the game is going to be really unbalanced for a long time until that gets sorted out. Also, you can loop pretty easily as well. There's that too. I think it's not the kind of thing... the cadence of color clears as well is a little bit too random, where like you can just chain off of garbage. So when you're going for a garbage down stack, you can hit like 4 color clears in a row. It's very hard to actually take a rule set, take a look at the I'm PC chaining. I cannot be doing this. It's hard to actually take a look at a rule set and say this is exactly how much a color clear should reward. Because they can come extremely easily or extremely difficultly. Difficultly? Is that a word? What did I just say? This is what I'm saying instead of filler words. Oh my god. And now I'm killing myself in Tetra League. How fun. Have you considered using a different randomizer? Globally, a different randomizer, so there has been some tests with alternative randomizers. None of them are good for the context of modern Tetris. Because modern Tetris, a lot of the... So, I'm not opposed to another randomizer. In fact, I think that changing the randomizer has a lot of potential benefits. But there are no randomizers out there that I would want to change it to, and I actually designed my own randomizer, which had kind of mixed results, but in the end, the sort of verdict around it was that the game has to be a lot more dumbed down in other parts to account for the randomizer. You can't have a game that has, let's say, like, a lot of high-level interaction if players are struggling with their pieces, right? On both a high and low level. So, I think when it comes down to it, it needs to be easy to stack on. Which kind of ruins a lot of randomizers, because a lot of randomizers, they're designed to make it more difficult to stack, like more puzzly to stack, right? So, you reach a crossroads in design here, where you're sort of working with a slider, where on one end it's pure puzzle game, and on the other side it's like a fighting game, right? And while obviously Tetris is a puzzle game, Tetrio is a puzzle game, and so there should be puzzling to it, I think that the puzzling coming from things, a layer on top of basic stacking, right? So, for example, that would be things like all spins, things like T-spins even, right? I think those are better ways to puzzle the player than to have them be struggling with the base randomizer. Until a better randomizer can be found, right? Which, it's sort of a cursed design problem, because they are seemingly at odds. So, in any case, I do think there's a lot of benefit to changing the randomizer, but I haven't found a way that actually achieves the goals that you would want to achieve on it. Bring back PCs to quick play. That is one of the benefits of alternate randomizer, is that you can, well, actually maybe not. I don't know. You kind of want players to be interacting with the garbage in the game as well. So, I think PCs and quick play for that reason. You don't want them to be good. You don't want them to be an optimal strategy to loot PCs in quick play. Because it'll just take over the game, and then there'll be a speed contest, right? Of who can do PCs fast enough to not receive garbage for as long as they can. If it's an optimal strategy, right? If it's not optimal, then that would be the case. Like, let's say that using garbage was just so beneficial that there's not really a super strong incentive. But, yeah. I'm getting kind of stomped here. Now that I've come to my senses. Alright. Let's see. I should have T-spinned there. Wow, I am bad. Okay, it's fine. I might as well just surge there. Actually, no, the surge was terrible. The surge was awful. I thought I could break them, but apparently not. You know what? The reason is because I'm playing against a top 100 player. How about that? Every complaint from History 4 is pretty much gone with 35 roll. So wait, what is 35 roll? I might not know it by name. Because the thing about History 4, and I think so, at a base level, every randomizer that you put into the game needs to, in some way, for Tetrio, needs to in some way resemble 7-bag. So, for example, I think that, like, T and I cadence is really important. Especially if you're going to make certain attacks stronger, right? I think it's very, very important. You've clearly not tried 35 roll? I have not, no. Five of each piece in the bag, and then you draw. Every time you draw a piece, the most dreaded piece gets added back to the bag. So, wait, you get 5 of each piece in a bag. Oh, so yeah, it's like line up 35 pieces, 5 of each piece. Yeah, I see. So it's not really a bag. It's just, yeah, a like long queue kind of. But yeah, that definitely is not something that I'd be interested in doing. For Tetra League, right? I do think that something that changes the bag system for like a regular quick play mod would be good. But for the main rule set, definitely not. You rarely get droughts with it anyways, you gotta try it. My issue is not necessarily with the droughts. It is that, like, if it makes the base, like, the base act of stacking too much more difficult, then it's already failed as a system for Tetrio. What needs to be added is like a tiny bit more inconsistency for a randomizer to work properly. But yeah, if you insist on it, like that much, I actually would be down to try it. Forgive me, for I must lock in before I die right here. Well, I'll still probably die anyways, but... Okay. Can win, can win. N-Block's quick play mod. Yeah, that's what I thought roll was, Timothy. So when I heard Rule 35, I'm like, rolling 35 times sounds kind of excessive. Bring back hexaminos. You might be the first person to ask for that. Oh shit. I can't let it end here. I'm letting it end here. Folded under zero pressure. Well, the... okay. GG. I put up somewhat of a fight. Somewhere. Oh yeah, speaking of bringing things back, dude, I really wanna make Bleeding Hearts a permanent mod. That's something that I want to do. I think if I just make it supporter locked. Okay, here's an idea. What if it's like Bleeding Hearts, except instead of having to master duo, instead you have to like have supporter for a certain length of time, and then we can make a lot of money, and then it's fine. Thoughts? It's like loyalty. That's gonna get so much backlash. Oh my god. Have you heard of Rule 34? Yeah, there's a few rules for it, so check out Rule 34 roll. I see. The Tetrio situation is crazy. I mean, honestly, like, I'm the kind of person that's more willing to do something like that, but Osk is definitely, like, he would vehemently oppose it. I'm not sure if that would actually, like... It wouldn't really make that much more money either. If you really wanted to make more money and drive supporter, you'd have to make it so you lose Bleeding Hearts if you, like, lose your supporter streak. But that's pretty bad. Like... I definitely wouldn't want to do that to people. Sell Tetrio to TTC. That sounds like a great idea. We're not fucking selling. It's like, the way I see people saying sell Tetrio to TTC in chat is the same as like people who are like just unify with China, you know what I mean? Like, to Taiwan. It's like, we're not fucking doing that. Maybe I shouldn't have brought... whatever. It's like probably one of the less controversial bits of politics I could bring into it. Should take Tetrio public so I can buy Tetrio stocks. You know, our previous ad provider, Enthusiast Gaming, was a publicly traded company. They were on the Toronto Stock Exchange. So basically, the previous ad provider, so for those of you who don't know, we had to switch ad providers recently because the other one was just like wasn't paying. Like, they had a whole bunch of problems. We had a whole bunch of problems with like communicating with them and getting what we wanted. But also they just started being late on payments. And so we looked at their financials because since they're a publicly traded company, their financials are also public. And their financial statements were so fucking cooked. They were like, they owed like, what, $15 million to creditors, and yet they like they had like 200k in assets. Or 200k in liquid assets, right? And then all of their illiquid assets, they were like hard overvaluing them. Like they were just making up numbers. So Enthusiast Gaming, that company is completely fucked. So yeah, they own a bunch of like YouTube channels and other websites. They own Wisecrack, if anyone knows that channel. Well, it's shut down now because of Enthusiast Gaming's sort of downfall, but holy cheese. But yeah, they owned a bunch of things. For the League players out there, they owned a U.GG. Defamation suit incoming. I'm not defaming them. You can look at their financials yourself. I think in a defamation suit, you'd also have to prove that I have something to gain out of it too. I'm not entirely sure if I remember how defamation suits work, but I do remember how hard they are to actually, like, make stick. Oh, God. Let's see. Yeah, no, I can't do that in one piece. Okay. When's the next episode of Tetris History? Oh, yeah, that's something that I did once upon a time. That would be not a filler episode. I'm not sure. I don't actually know what I would want the next Tetris History episode to be in the first place, right? I actually had a project in the works originally on sort of the history of Zetris and Tetris bots, but it's kind of hard to make interesting because there's not a lot of funny drama that happened within it. There is some, but some of them are kind of private, and only a small sliver of the drama, which was my involvement with Zetris, was actually really, like, interesting. So it feels like the two sort of events that happened, which would be Hello Kitty Tetris and Tetris Primetime, are like the two major bits of Tetris history that I lived to enough to have them be like a funny first-hand retelling of it, right? It's only interesting with me. Well, it's that I'm able to tell the, like, more subtle parts of the story, right? If I'm doing a first-hand account. Ah, shit. What about a Jezevik 11 episode? See, the problem is it lacks significance. Jezevik 11, maybe it could be like a bunch of small incidents like that Shadowblade SD or whatever, and just bundle them into one sort of small bits of Tetris history. Did they ever find out who was behind that? I'm not sure. I think they did. I think they did. The first time I heard of Enthusiast Gaming, I mean, it's like a company that owns a bunch of other companies and like runs ads, so it's not like a super consumer-facing business. Is Whip Emalold old? I mean, it's hard to... So, when I'm looking at Tetris history as, like, Tetris history episodes, I kind of want something that fulfills a lot of requirements. It needs to be both significant in some way, while also having a lot of smaller stories that can be a part of it. And so, to me, it feels like I've exhausted my options. Originally, I thought I would have a lot more, but really, those two are like the major ones. History of Sprint. But like, then again, right? Like, History of Sprint, is there anything like entertaining? Or not necessarily entertaining is the word I'm looking for, but like, there definitely was sprint drama at some point. It's just, I wasn't around for it, so I don't know. It's like, maybe Microblizz could retell it. I could get Microblizz to retell parts of this story. I know entertaining. I just document every Fortism crash out. Fortism crash out compilation. Now that's entertainment. Ah, shit. You have my permission to make that into a video. Alright, let's get compiling. Maybe, like, I don't know, Miravir would be kind of funny, because he's, like, somewhat of a character. Miravir ready. But that's, like, bullying, you know what I mean? Like, those, I think both of them still play the game. So I'd be, like, the Sunny V2 of Tetris, if I were to do that kind of thing. History of Cheaters. History of Cheaters sounds interesting. That sounds like it could be something. Garbo V2. I have to start making really ugly thumbnails as well. I'll generate them with AI. Guys, don't we love generative AI? Wow, what am I doing? I should just break. Oh wow, I broke at such a terrible time. I broke right as he sent. Okay. I am bad at the game. How did I throw that so hard? All I need to do is tank. Literally, all I need to do is tank, and then everything works there. I got a little too ahead of myself. Did you see the Wumbo AI thumbnail? I didn't. Wait, there's a Wumbo AI thumbnail? I'll look for it after this game. Dude, it's so early in the set, you got me curious now. Fuck. Okay, can someone send, like, an image link? Just of a screenshot of it. And I will, like, quickly take a look between rounds. I need to see this. Because AI surely can't get the, like, Tetris blocks correct. There's no way. Maybe not there's no way, but, like, I have my doubts. Let's see. When are you gonna finally add ChatGPT to Tetrio? Yeah, we're gonna have full ChatGPT integration. I mean, if we were a publicly traded company, that is what it'll come down to. Because we'll have shareholders who are like, how are you planning on leveraging the benefits of generative AI to scale your business? If we don't have an answer, they're not investing. Holy. Okay, let's see. No, man! No! Well, but we can't be doing this, man. It's worse than I thought. It's so much worse than I thought. Wumbo ties, man. I am cheesed to hell and back. Okay, I'm good. I couldn't tank there. Wait, what rank is Civ? 173, dude, I'm cooked. I could have done both of those spins in sequence. Wow, and I broke Surge. Or I broke back-to-back for no reason. Okay. I tanked short... Wait. Okay. I was gonna say I tanked short Surge, my life is over, and then he just kills himself. Alright, it's chill. Tetra League evaluation bar. Like, that wouldn't just, like, fluctuate up and down over the course of a game. It's like, uh-oh, you're high up. Your evaluation bar is just, like... I feel like the evaluation bar is just how high your stack is and how messy the surface is, and that's it. Okay, we're back to even. Have Blockfish built into the evaluation to see if you can get out or not. I mean, would it be like fixed to your speed? I guess that kind of makes sense. It's like, it'll tell you if you had a valid downstack. But I feel like those kinds of things, like, if you're the type of player that needs, or that wants to have, like, strong analysis tools, I feel like it's not that hard to evaluate if you could have lived from a certain spot. The thing that's hard is when you have to go pretty far back to tell when it all went wrong. Okay, I'm gonna die here if I don't do something. I didn't do something. Missed downstack tool. We need it there, but like a little like clippy thing pops up from the corner and just flames you. Like, you miss a downstack, and then like a little guy pops out of the corner and tells you to eat shit. That's the character system. Real Garbocan leak. Oh, oops. Nice. I can kill off of that. Alright, 5-5. Top out on missed PC setting? I mean, literally everyone would just die immediately. The way you win is by not placing pieces at that point. Oh. Okay. I can combo this down. I'm being so combo reliant these games. Like, I'm actually only alive because I just keep comboing. We need Garbo to lose with 6 points. Some crazy hate watching. But don't worry, I get it. I like hate watch all the time. I hate watch League streamers like very often now. It's like kind of fun. Oh shit, my T-spin. I fear I'm not gonna get 6 points. Alright. Let's see. Dude, I need to like just move. I have garbage. I have garbage access. So I can garbage +1 this. I didn't even need to surge there. This is really good. This is really huge. Okay. Now I do have cheese here. I don't think it's that bad though. Okay. Just gonna solve it this way. And then we'll see. See what I can do. Okay. Killing with double quad? Oh, I didn't kill. I didn't kill. Oh shit, I didn't kill. Die, please! No! No! Oh god, it's cooked. Oh, it's over. It's over. Kill me. Kill me. Take my life. End it now. Oh my, they're choking too. Choke Battle Extreme Edition? Like, what am I doing? Oh, welcome to the worst round of Tetra you've ever seen. It's so bad, man. It's so terrible. It's so terrible. Get me out. You better kill me with this surge. Guess who's alive? It seems we're at an impasse here. Oh my god. Bro. The Plonk Awards. I can probably just kill off of this, I think. Yeah, nice. Okay! And just like that, it's like nothing ever happened. I won. I cannot feel good about this win. I simply could not feel good about this win. Low dipped, not even close. True. Light work. Can I watch? I need to rewatch that. I need to rewatch that. Hold on. I can't, man. I need to watch that second last round. This 3-minute slop fest. I try and end on double Tetris. On double quad, I mean. Fuck. And then it doesn't kill. This guy climbs an S piece. I misdropped J. I need to kill myself. It's like I need to end it all. Okay, I mean this is like fine. Like there is merit in being safe here because I'm like my opponent has garbage on board. I don't exactly know the nature of it, so I think this is fine. Like, I go for TSS into short combo. That is kind of a weird decision, but not the worst. 1-8 stacking feels bad. And then I have to, like, J-spin here. So this whole part here is just really, really sucks. But it was, like, off of a misdrop, so it's probably chill. You know what? Maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought. I mean, it still looks terrible, but... Okay, this stacking. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the fuck am I doing here? Wait. Okay. So, I placed the S piece here, thus removing the three-wide gap, but... Okay, this is just bad stacking. This is just terrible stacking, because you can tell I was like... I could just place the S piece here! Well, I could just place the S piece in the hole, and then it's fine. Okay, I'm done watching. I'm done watching. I'm done watching. I'm done watching. You need promo. If there's a Grok Tetris bot, would you be the representation for the battle against AI? Okay, this whole Elon Musk thing about saying that Grok 5 is gonna take on Faker, it's not real at all. It's not real at all. Generative AI is not good at playing games. Like, XAI is purely in generative AI. I don't think they do any shit with reinforcement learning. I don't think they do any of that stuff. So, like, Elon Musk saying that it's gonna compete at a top level in esports, complete 100% LARP, by the way. Complete LARP. This guy's just saying words. You know, have any notable Tetris reactions? Yeah, there's the 25.0001. Let me think. Not off the top of my head. If I were to think on it, I could probably remember a few. Grok is trained off of Musk's Diablo gameplay, yeah. It's trained off of his fucking Path of Exile gameplay. But yeah, no, XAI does not have shit for, like, playing games. Because Grok is fucking using generative AI, man. Like, it's using... Or not. Grok playing Leaf, but Gen AI playing games and performing stuff. I mean, surely it can't be good at it, right? Like, I can't see that ever being a thing. For like for an LLM to be good at like doing something. Or like playing a game. I don't know. Elon Musk is like the world's most successful LARPer. At some point, you have to respect it. Dude, I've been like... Is there anyone here? Is there anyone here who like watched my streams in 2018? And if there is, do you remember like me hating on Elon Musk back then, like before it was cool? Because now it's like cool to hate Elon Musk, and it feels like I feel vindicated. Because in 2028, that guy's reputation was like completely impeccable. Like everyone loved Elon. I do remember. And it's like nowadays I've just been correct. Jeff Bezos is the GOAT, and Elon Musk is is a fraud. Bro, I was cooking back then. Like, is the problem just live games since AI needs too much time to think? Also that it just like is not that good at the kind of problem solving needed to play a game like League of Legends, which is what Elon Musk was referring to, right? Like, I think that if you were to have so many small... Like, if you were to have it view the screen and try and read so many small, like, intricacies and try and pick out exactly what's most relevant for a situation, it's, like, you would need to train it on... Okay, what the fuck happened to my Tetra League game? You would need to train it on language of people saying what's the correct thing in that situation, right? But that just doesn't exist. Because it's not like every single situation of Tetris, of... Do I have to restart this? What if I just restart my game? Let's see. Also, if you're wondering why I have Geometry Dash freshly installed on my PC, you'll see it on Twitter in a bit. At some point later in the future. That's your, that's your hint. But yeah, like, so let's say, for example, so like a language model for, let's say it's playing Tetris and it's trying to figure out what the optimal way to solve something like where should they place their next piece here, right? So it's gonna like process the image and try and find language to... It's gonna try and solve it with language instructions, right? Because that's how LLMs work. And so it's not like there's a wealth of writing on what to do in this specific board state, or even like language that is used to describe every intricacy of this board state, right? Or this queue. So yeah, like it just fundamentally is not compatible with playing a game. ChatGPT having to deal with the ethics of mech heart. I love the like controls on ChatGPT, because like obviously they have to like have really strict controls on what ChatGPT says, like on certain topics, just so that So that, like, they kind of dodge controversy, right? But that leads to questions where you're like, would you, like, if you could say a racial slur to save the Earth, would you do it? And then ChatGPT would be like, under no circumstance should you say racial slurs. It's really funny. How does Tetris bots work? Can't generative AI just copy what they do? So Tetris bots aren't really like, they aren't machine learning, right? So they're given like a fixed set of parameters and they just follow that. So it's like similar to how, say, like if you were to play, let's say you were to play Smash Bros and you have like the CPU there, right? It's like, that's more like how it works. And so that would be just like fixed rules, like sort of CPU thing. So yeah, like Tetris bots are actually like pretty simple in that they're just evaluating board states off of a set of rules. I mean, I do think that reinforcement learning, like, can work for Tetris. There's no reason why it wouldn't, but I'm not sure if anyone, like, has tried applying it to, like, modern Tetris, where you're trying to do T-spin combos and shit. Or, like, trying to win a game even, right? Not just maximizing, good stacking, but also like doing what it can to win a game. You give it board watching power too? That would be kind of lit. Question, where'd the name Garbo originate from? There wasn't actually that much thought put into it. I just kind of liked it. The first time I ever had the name Garbo was... So the first time I had the name Garbo was actually from the game Battlerite, if you can believe it. That game. I used to be somewhat of a Battlerite aficionado before the game completely fucking died. Didn't Hoiko board watch? Yes, but they're still using certain rules, right? So I'm talking about like some kind of machine learning that would see things that like humans wouldn't be able to, right? Like they would find out some kind of weird macro tech that humans never thought of. There's never been that kind of like machine learning. But there has been bots with board watching in the past. I forget the name of the one, but there was one in Tetrio as well that did some basic board watching. It's just like at a very optimal level. There's probably crazy optimizations that you can do if you have like complete awareness that are just impractical for humans. Nice. I have plans to build such a neural network you're talking about. Unfortunately, I have to mess around with the Tetra Channel API. I'm not sure if Oz would be happy about it. I can ask. Actually, there's a bot developer server. I'm not sure. Matt invited me to it. I'm not sure why he did, but I'm in it. Just to recreate Tetrio. So wait, you're planning on training it off of just like everyone's match data, or all the replays? Is that what you're trying to do? Oh shit! What am I doing? It'd be so cool if you could, like, replicate a player. Like, play against a sort of imitation of the player by a bot based on their data. I could DM you in Discord about the details. Yeah, feel free to. It sounds interesting. Would it be possible to reach high X rank in just 1.5 months from high SS? I mean, that sounds not impossible, but definitely, like, not likely. I don't think I'll ever see that. I don't think I will ever, in my entire time playing this game, see that happen. But it's, like, technically possible. It's conceivably possible. Depends where you are, right? Because, for example, there are, like, some players that are actually just, like, one sort of step away from some kind of realization, like they're almost there, right? They almost have it down, but not quite in some areas. And then if you are, say, someone who almost but doesn't quite have it right in, like, every single area in the game, and then you suddenly, like, in a long chain start getting everything right, then, like, that can work, but that's highly unlikely that you're that type of player. So it's not just a matter of, for this question, it's unlikely not just that you would be able to do it, but it's also unlikely that you're the type of player that is able to do it, right? Because it takes a very specific set of conditions for that to ever materialize. Wow, I just killed myself. Okay. Just say no? I'm not gonna say no. I'm going to leave the opportunity open. Or the possibility. If it happens, bro, is him. I like hypotheticals. Hypotheticals are fun. I had one, likely one of the earliest con artist windups ever. Wait, what floor? What altitude? I feel like instead of saying no, it's like really fun to explore the hypothetical. I like it a lot. 10 meters! 10 meter con artist windup. Most normal expert run. Yeah. Dude, I keep saying this, but I'll say it again. It's like, I would love to do a rework of the quick play algorithms. And like a lot of the formulas in the game, etc. Just cause, like, when I made them, I didn't exactly know what was important and what wasn't important in quick play. So for example, one of the things that I really heavily overemphasized was altitude as a player sorting metric, where like the best players should get to a high altitude fast so that they're not in the low floors. But in practice, it didn't matter that much. And so I can actually scale back a lot of climbing speed. And it doesn't have to be as aggressive as it is. Which will also solve a lot of problems with, like, even garbage economy, say, right? Oh, I got fucking swept. Alright, GG. I'm gonna play some, quick play. Would there be any major overhauls to quick play TL, and if so, will the leaderboards be reset or changed? So, if I have to, or if I'm going to revamp quick play, which is the reason why I haven't just put in a new formula already, right? Is that, or tried to tweak it, is that it does require a full reset of the leaderboard to work. So, in that case, there would need to be like a sort of full reset of quick play. And so it's still the kind of thing that I want to do, but it's hard to do, right? So I have to make sure that everything is good, because this is not the kind of thing that you can do haphazardly, right? I don't want to do this often, and ideally never have to reset quick play. Because the achievement system has a lot of like permanent records, and you're not going to be motivated to grind for achievements if it like won't mean anything in the future, right? So it's something that has to be approached very carefully. But there's a lot of major benefits that could be gained, because a lot of the garbage economy stuff, with people getting like weird wind-ups, I know how I would solve it. It's just, it would have to be during a full reset, and then in the case of a full reset, I'll have to make sure that everything I want to have changed gets changed within that update, because it's like sort of gonna be hopefully the last time we have to do something like that, right? In reality, it wouldn't be the last time, but you have to make them assuming it's the last time. That's the sort of delicacy that you have to approach it with. Canceling sickness became a thing and nothing was a reset. But that's because it doesn't, like, change the value of scores super heavily. Like, there was also high altitude changes to the game. But I'm talking about, like, suddenly 3,000 meters doesn't mean the same thing as before, right? There are sort of contradictions in here, right? But what I'm saying is that I cannot make it so that, like, let's say 10k is absolutely impossible, and then have the top scores, or like 9k or whatever, be impossible, and then have those scores still stay up, because they're impossible. And have the entire leaderboard, like, have everything be impossible scores, right? Like, you do need to do a hard reset. Or where, like, suddenly 800 meters becomes significantly easier, right? Because when you fully update the formulas, that's, like, what it does. It's going to make the curve for what type of play gets you to have how many meters. It's going to completely alter that. Is it true that you were in a K-pop boy group 2H while in high school? Yes, it's true. I have no fucking idea what this guy's talking about. Who is telling people that I was in a K-pop boy group in high school? What the fuck? Is there any chance that the personal best thing, where the ranking turns PB instead of altitude, over or after floor 10 will change? I think it's worth looking into because technically the placement matters more, like in terms of what's more consistent, but in reality people treat altitude as what matters most, right? So I think that the system should adapt to what players care about. So I think it would not be a bad change, in my opinion. It's something that we've known about for a while, but it's not like we've never made a definitive call on it. Why would placement matter more than altitude? Because over time, let's say not necessarily now, but let's say if we were to go from like the start of quick play to now, the environment of every lobby was actually very different. And let's say a few years from now, let's say actually XQC becomes a regular Tetrio player, and he just like is streaming the game constantly, let's say, right? And there's a whole influx of new players, and that has some influence on garbage economy, right? So in that case, like, garbage economy shifts with time in a way, because what sorts of lobbies happen on a regular basis also shifts with time. So placement is, in my view of the game, which should be amongst the more accurate, given that I am observing it as much as I am, right? Those kinds of things, they end up mattering for at least top scores, right? Which is the idea behind having it be on floor 10 plus. I think it starts being the case at maybe around like 4,000 meters where it starts mattering, but floor 10 is like a definitive cutoff point that we can give it to. Now, granted, that's not how players are going to see it, right? Which is why I think that there's a good argument for making it just go off of altitude, but the reason why it was that way originally is, as I explained. Oh shit. I just like looked at chat and then suddenly I'm killing myself. Alright, this has got to make it to at least 3,000 meters. I'm not going to let it die here. Wow, I'm getting sent no garbage. Like, things like this can just happen. And that's a part of... I don't think there's actually any good solution to if no one in the top is sending, but I think the idea of, like, even just targeting the top 5 and bottom, or people 5 above and below you, is, like, a little bit limiting when it comes to how you design garbage economy in this game. So I've learned a lot since making this game, and I could probably design it way better. Design a lot of these systems way better given another shot at it. Oops. Alright, it's fine. I'm receiving... Dude, I spent so long messing around doing nothing. I'm paying the price now. I'm getting this heavy of fatigue at like 2,000 meters. I'm cooked. I'm not making it to 3K. This run's not gonna make it. Unless I'm like CZ small or something. Oh shit. I'm not him. Dude, what did I spend all that time doing if I'm getting like max fatigue here? Like maybe not max fatigue, but yeah. Let's see. I've learned floor 10 is not built for 1.5 PPS. At that speed, you get no time to react to incoming garbage before it goes on your board. If you're like super efficient, you could probably make 1.5 work, but for most people who play 1.5, definitely not. Let's see. Dingo, could you help me do revives? Could you kill yourself for me? But like in Tetrio. Alright, huge. Oh yeah, expert, right. You put on expert. Okay. Here we go. Alright. I haven't played revives in so long. I actually don't even know the tech for the new, like, the new revive prompts that I added a while ago. It's like almost been a year now, actually. Oh, it's a single, fuck. I have to clear a single? Nah, man, I'm cooked. Okay. There we go. Single. And then double. Clear double using the SRCPS. Oh my god, I'm getting nuked. Oh my god, I'm getting fucking... Okay. Clear 2 singles in a row. Using an ally piece for any spin. Okay. Watching Garbo do revives is so funny, bro. I don't know how to do this shit. Alright. Okay, there we go. The CZ task. SZ spin. I spin. Oh shit. Bro, I need to get down. Me in expert mode. Oh, it's this fucking prompt. Okay, there we go. Nice. Three doubles with the same type of piece. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Quad bomb and a 2 plus combo. Alright, let's see it. Okay, and then single with an eye piece without moving or rotating. I actually really like this prompt. Single without moving or rotating is fun. Oh shit. You have to like clear out the space, and then there we go. Another quad 2 plus combo. There we go. 6 pieces without releasing dash. There we go. Also another cool one. I mean, there's people who won't agree with me, but I think it's cool. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have gotten rid of my garbage. Ah, now I have to wait for garbage. Dude, I suck at this. Bad. Okay. This can be done using... What do I do? Here. There we go. Okay, SZ spin again. There we go. Wait, that's not... Wait, hold on. Am I trolling? Oh yeah, this is the Imperial Cross one, right? How could I forget? There we go. And then now, do TST like this. Nice. Back-to-back 4. I already have back-to-back, so I can just cancel here. And then this should do it. T-spin double on a 2+ combo. This one's like a lot harder. I already kind of messed it up because this isn't a combo. And I built Surge, dude. What am I? Okay. Wow. Oh, this really sucks. I accidentally built Surge in Revive. Okay. Let's see. So I can build it like this, and then maybe... No. Bro, how do I do this? We need to kill whoever designed this. No, bad. No, it's not a T-spin double. Okay. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I am just going to do this. There we go. Okay, okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Quads. Quad, quad. Quad. And quad. I spin double. Alright. It's a big spike. I'm not looking forward to getting fatigue. What am I at now? 13? I don't even know what my PB is. I think it's 16. Okay, let's see. Oh, but I don't have a piece there, so I have to... Okay. No, this is definitely not a legal spin. Why did I think it was? Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'll do this, and then... No, but that's not it either. You know what? I'm just gonna do it like this. There we go. No need to overcomplicate it. Clear a double with an O piece without moving or rotating. This one. Here at the middle. Bang. Don't cancel any garbage. Okay. LJs. Do I remember how to do this one? At some point I did know. Unfortunately, not anymore. I am cooked. I'm so fucked. Okay. Oh yeah, wait, it's the S. Yeah, it's the Z and then the J. Oh my god, I just remembered. I just remembered. I just remembered what it looks like. It's the thing. Hold on. Okay, thank you, Dingo. By the way, I appreciate it. It's this thing, right? Wait, or am I trolling? Hold on. No, I'm trolling. Wait, what was it again? It looks like an SUSD. It's just a Z. Oh yeah, no. I remember. Yeah. It's like this, and then you. Yeah. Okay. And then you do it like this. Right. I forgot. Garbo, can you figure out how to do that? Yeah. I remember, I was like, dude, it's so simple, I just forgot. It's been so long since I did revives. Couldn't resist the shitpost. It's like one of the more fun interpretations of my name. Because the thing is, like, sometimes people are like, oh, Garbo can, I get it, as in, like, it's supposed to be a play on words where it's like, Garbo can is in garbage can, but also Garbo can is in, like, he can, right? And I'm like, nope, I didn't really think that much when I made it, but cool. But anyways, that's it for the short stream. Anyways, should achievements like Magician be based off of placement past floor 10? No. Because for those, it's based on a weekly ranking, right? So it's not like you can have a lot of Magician players within a week, whereas you have a lot of like quick play players within a week, right? So it's different garbage economies. Yes, that is true, but you don't have that. We only do that for no mod. We only do that for no mod and expert. Expert's probably a mistake. I thought expert would, or my vision for expert is actually different than how it gets played nowadays, right? When I designed it, but for normal mode, it's definitely there are a lot of players playing at the same time, right? I'll see what the number of Magician players in a week matters. Or actually, it's not the number of Magician players, but it makes sense in my head, but I'm having difficulty explaining it. The difficulty of different mods also changes with the economy too. So if you're explaining, or if you're showing like no mod, and so Zenith Explorer is just altitude tracking. It's just, it doesn't show on the profile, right? And so for these runs, you'll see like cases where well, actually, no. It's also flawed in this case. There's actually a ton of flaws with doing it. I think both leaderboards kind of suck to some degree. Like, I think that, for example, if you're running a mod like Con Artist or something, right? Then, certain garbage economies, they're like very sensitive to it. But yeah, it's it could work like that. It very well could, but I don't think it'd be right to put them on a leaderboard in that case. I think that if you track them by placement, you couldn't put them on a leaderboard, which is the main issue here. I don't know why it was so hard for me to explain that. It's like I thought it, and then I thought it, and then I couldn't what's it? I thought it, and it was like my brain's not working. But I don't see why career best gets special treatment. So career best is not on a leaderboard, right? So it's not like we ever rank career bests against each other. Couldn't verbalize it, yeah. What are your thoughts on the debuff on 800 meter Warlock? It's good. If you're a Warlock player, I think it could be made more clear. I think that if it were more clear, it'd probably be beneficial, but overall, I think it is a good mechanic in the game. Even if players get annoyed by it. Because there's obviously a lot of players that get annoyed by it. So yeah, for like Magician, it's ranked on a leaderboard. And so because it's ranked on a leaderboard, it like it's not like if 4 people got number 1, you put them there. You put them as all number 1, right? So altitude is our best way of trying to make an apples to apples comparison, even if it's not true. Whereas career best, it's like what gets highlighted on your profile. Anyways, I'm gonna go now. So, yeah, I will see you guys later. Yeah, it's a short stream. I gotta go eat and probably sleep soon too. My sleep schedule, I sleep kind of early. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.